Doctor Who Season 1, Episode 4, titled 73 Yards, and this episode is fantastic. This is a very fantastic, well done episode. Beautifully written. Beautifully written episode. And it's the Doctor Lite episode. Now, if you don't know why I mean Doctor Lite, every season of Doctor Who, mostly in the early when Washington Davis was running the show in his first era, there would be at least one episode of the season where it would be very Doctor Lite. That it would highlight the companion or highlight supporting characters or just showing off a certain thing. Like, Love and Monsters and Blink and Turn Left. Those episodes come to mind easily where it's just about, here's an episode where the Doctor doesn't show up much. Where clearly whoever was playing the Doctor got at least 2 weeks off. They got a little bit of an extended holiday. Didn't need to worry about that certain episode because they're only in there for a day, or they're only there for 2 minutes of the entire episode. But what happens is, because you got it's all about Doctor Who should be about the Doctor, right? It's always about these supporting characters and who are you focusing on, and it's all about Ruby. This episode's all focused on Ruby, and it shows in this episode how much of a powerhouse Millie Gibson is. How well done. When did she? Wasn't she 18 when they shot this? You know what's gonna be scary? She's just gonna get better. She's going to get better after her career. Last week it was all about showcasing how much of a powerhouse Gigi Gafford was. And now this is all about showcasing how good Millie is. And it shows that. If you want to know what the story is of the episode, the story is that the Doctor and Ruby arrive to Wales, modern day, and they actually come across this witchcraft, essentially witchcraft that has webs and rope, and it's like a big wheel of cotton all around, and they actually break it. And they read off these scrolls. We start reading these pieces of paper that talks about a mad Jack. And then all of a sudden, the Doctor disappears. But there's also a woman following her everywhere she goes. Nowhere 73 yards away. But keeps following Ruby around. And anytime someone approaches this old woman, they run away, terrified of whatever they see. And maybe they know the truth, maybe they know this, maybe they know the A, B, and C. But we don't know why. And that's the mystery. We don't know why everyone's marching and running away from this old woman who's following Ruby around everywhere she goes for the entire of her life. And we kind of go through her life. We go through Ruby's life, and also how lonely her life has been, how distant her life has been. And it's just really well put together. It shows that, hey, she can be a hero. She can be a pendant. She can do all the things that the Doctor does when the Doctor isn't around. Because we follow this, the big bad of this episode is a evil politician. He's an evil politician who wants to have Wales be part of its independence, and he wants nuclear strikes. And Ruby's there to try to assure that he isn't going to be doing any of that. And you just go, it dives into character. It dives into character development. It dives into the great performance of the written, and yes, there's a level of horror in there, where we're seeing this old woman, but we don't know who she is. and why everybody terrified of her when they talk to her, it frightens. Yeah, there's a sense of tension and worry, and I thought at the beginning, I'm like, okay, this might be a little bit like Midnight. You know, it's gonna be a little bit like Midnight, where we're in one location most of the episode, and then the doctor's gonna show up at the end. And that wasn't the case. It's and then the horror comes along, and then the horror turns into drama, and then the drama turns into something kind of bittersweet. It's like this shadowy figure that you were terrified with is now part of your life. And now the shadowy figure is now your comfort with. It's that you just accepted it. That it's like the fight, like you have been abandoned to everyone that you ever knew, but you still die, you know, but you're never alone because you got this thing over there, and we don't know what this figure is meant to represent. If this represents the figure is meant to be like, you know, the version of ourselves that we don't want to show, you know, and the terror of if we show it to other people, people might reject us. Maybe that's the commentary on that. But yeah, this is just a really strong, which is it the best of the season? Yeah. Outside the four episodes we got, or 5 episodes if you include the Church of Ruby Road, it's just well put together. Now, next week's episode looks like it's back to very kooky, silly, science fiction type of storytelling, but we're at the halfway mark of this season, and we only got we only got 2 more episodes until we get to the 2-part finale, doing with was it the Life and Death of Ruby Sunday, which is in a way we kind of got that in this episode, and the Empire Death. So of course we're going to be redecided when that comes out, and of course I'll be talking about it non-stop. But comment below what you thought of 73 Yards.